What's up, everybody? Disco Demonic Hydrophonic. This phone has been messing up a lot, so I'm going to use this as the excuse of why I haven't been making videos. But I got some new gnosis today. I've been doing a lot of like self work. I've been doing a lot of energy work and stuff like that, just building myself up, and my skills are definitely improving. So I'm going to start sharing with everybody, how I've been doing things and like whatever. So, anyways. This morning I got a meditation from Santisima Muerte, so I wanted to share it with everybody. So basically I'm going to get right into it. The way I've been starting my meditations is basically you sit wherever you're sitting. It's almost like ritual. So basically it is like ritual. You basically sit down without the incenses and all that kind of stuff. You can light incense if you'd like. But just sit down on the spot and just accept that you are the center of the universe, that you are the God of your own universe. You manifest whatever, you know what I'm saying, a god or goddess, and basically everything around you. You're surrounded by the abyss, the void, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's just all around you. And then from there, I did my Black Sun meditation, kind of meditations to kind of build up energy. Then I called forth to... Actually, I think I did the building up energy first. Then I did accepted that everything around me was, the void. And then I called out to Santa Muerte. And the mantra that I've been using to call for Santa Muerte, and I'm going to write it in the bottom description below. And the thumbnail should be the actual sigil. So you can take a screenshot of that, or get it from there. So basically, the mantra is Culumbre, Miquiztli, Yeha. And that's how I say it. Culumbre, Miquiztli, Yeha. And there's three words. Culumbre, Miquiztli. Now, I know Miquiztli is actually an Aztec word. It's Nahuatl, or a Nahuatl word that means death. And Yeha, like the way I got that word was like, I heard it. I didn't see it. So I kind of just spelled it. I spell it with a Y or like an E. So the Yeha, it's like an extended kind of Y that you would pronounce it, right? So Culumbre Miquiztli Yeha. From there, as she came forward, I could see her, she walked up to me, and then I used the sigil that I had channeled from her like a long time ago. And basically, when I put this sigil, like envisioned it, it would just all of a sudden like in front of me, like where I was sitting. It was basically like almost like a carpet, or like a floor on the ground, like in the ground, like a painting or a picture or something, right? Like a carpet. It was just strewn out on the ground, and she was like above it, kind of a thing, right? So from there, I was looking at it. I was saying the mantra. Then all of a sudden, the world flipped upside down. Like I just kind of like dove into the actual sigil. And you'll see is the sigil, like if you saw it, it's like an Aztec, it's like a pyramid, right? And so I dove into it, and then the whole world like flipped, and I felt like I was like in the death realm, basically. So the huge pyramid that was the sigil was now in front of me, and I could see it in front of me, and then I started walking towards it. As I walked towards it, and you're basically going to you can do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So as you're walking towards it, I didn't go up the steps, or there wasn't a door that I entered. That as I was walking, all of a sudden I was just like on either the ground level or like a basement type level. I don't know exactly where it was, but I was inside of the pyramid, like in its center, and I knew I was in the center. And in the center there was this like a square, a pool of like glowing green, like water, or energy water essence, right? And it was just sitting there, and then I was like instructed to go in. So I got into the water, and as I got in, it's like I just let it kind of envelop me, and from there I could see things inside of the water. I did see like, okay, so if it's like a square like this, not at the corners, but at the flat ends of the square, there was these like four dudes or people, but they were like, they'd been there a long time. And I was instructed that these people had done this meditation and that they had chosen to stay behind. Like they didn't want to leave, so they became part of the structure that was actually involved in the meditation. So, or entities. It wasn't necessarily people, it was like entities, like wherever they came from. So from there, I was just like floating in the water. I didn't really know what to do, and then it was just kind of like all of a sudden I just knew to start in drawing in the energy. So the green energy that was around me, I started drawing it in, almost as if it was a pore breathing exercise. And so I drew it into me. So it was like, it was permeating. It was just going into my whole body, and from like outside, just like it was sucking into me, right? And then all of a sudden I was just like, I was filled with the power. So I was like this green, I was glowing green myself. So I was this green, and I'd become one with the energy. From there, there was a meditation that I'd come up with a long time, like to visit graveyards and stuff like that, because I noticed that one of the things that in a lot of working with graveyards, like you have to go to the graveyards, and at night you're supposed to do all kinds of work. Well, in some of the cities that we live in, that's like not really possible. You know what I'm saying? Unless like there's some graveyard way the fuck out somewhere. And if you don't have a car, it's not really, it's kind of whatever. So like I started like astral projecting to the graveyards and doing my work there. So what I basically did was, and from there though, when you just go straight ahead, you can actually pick up like astral parasites. For some reason, among the dead, I usually pick up a parasite if I go to a graveyard or something like that, if I'm not protected. So like they hang out there for some reason, probably because of all the turmoil that's going on. People losing friends and family and shit. Anyways, so I went there, and then so from this spot, I did the same. I was instructed to do the same thing that I had done in the other meditation. So basically, what I do in order to transport to the graveyards that I go to, or the one main graveyard that I go to, is I create a manifestation triangle, and it's just the triangle with the circle and the connecting lines, and that's I have a specific one that I use. I would encourage you to kind of like channel your own like decorations or like symbols of power around it. So from there you can actually use this as a portal to travel to the graveyard. So what I did is I held it in front of me, and then I entered into the hole, and that was the portal into the graveyard. Before, I could definitely feel the energy, like I said, but I've always like picked up parasites. So you have to be really careful. You have to do a lot of shielding. But from this point of power, like I didn't need to do any shielding. I was told that like I was almost as if a god here now. I was like, I had dominion over, like since I entered this way, I'm going in with the blessings of Santa Muerte, so I'm protected. You know what I'm saying? So then from there, I went into the graveyard, and then when I first got to the graveyard, it wasn't like a graveyard. It was like this huge fucking buildings, and it was like in this jungle, but it was the graveyard. So it was like, it was fucking crazy. But then from there, I just understood that I could go here now, and like now I actually had dominion, or like this power, a connection, and over like the entities in the graveyard. So like now when I go do work in the graveyard, it would be more conducive to what it is I'm doing, because I have done this. So I've actually created a sigil that I use for the graveyard that I go to. I recommend that you can do the same thing. The way I got mine was I was driving around in the graveyard, and I saw like there was like this sign or something that was kind of set up, and it looked just like a fucking sigil. So I took a picture of it, and basically I just outlined it in Adobe Illustrator, and I used that as my sigil, and like I have accepted it and made it my sigil, and I think the spirits kind of showed me that so I could use it as a sigil. And then from there, whatever. So I can't wait to actually, I just did this a little while ago, so I haven't really gone and visited all kinds of different grave sites and everything, but I kind of see this as a way for me to grow my astral projection abilities, kind of like empower them and move forward with that. So hopefully this helps somebody, man. Hopefully it made sense. If you like this video, share with your friends. Oh, okay, so when you're done, you obviously want to come back. So anytime you ever go through this triangle of manifestation or whatever, you want to go back exactly the way that you went in. Don't fucking try to do don't do like just end the meditation. Don't do anything like that. You're going to leave chunks of your soul around different places. So you don't want to do that. You want to come back. So you come back. I came back into the water. And that's one thing. I didn't mention it because it's kind of like second nature to me now. But you always want to come back through. Like however you went in, that's how you come back. So, and that's it. Come back to the house and then come out of your meditation. You know, ground yourself or whatever you want to do. But yeah, thanks for watching this video. If you like it, share with your friends. If you hate it, share with your enemies. Take it easy.